Hey guys, and welcome back for another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute fanny pack. This fanny pack features two zippers, a detachable strap, as well as an adjustable strap. With this tutorial, you will get a free PDF download over at the blog post, which will be linked below or in the information icon. There you'll get the measurements as well as the pattern pieces for the sides, and of course all the measurements for your strapping and places where you can find all the hardware for this tutorial. So of course I made this one out of cork fabric, but any other heavyweight material would work perfect for the outer of the bag. So I'm just going to do a rundown of all the pieces you need. These are the outer pieces. And then for the side pieces, because they're a little bit different, I do have a cutout for you so you can just cut out the pattern piece. You're going to need 4 of these pieces and you're going to make sure that they're mirrored. And then you're just going to get some zippers. I have a couple here. I think I need at least 10 inches for both of them. And then I have my inner fabric, which is just regular cotton. So I'll have 2 for the large pouch and then 2 for the smaller front pouch. And those 2 front ones are 2 different sizes. So here is a little clip of one of the strappings that I made. But I will have a separate video on making strapping. I will show you how to make one strapping later on, but that one in particular, I'm going to have its own tutorial for that one. So now I'm going to first start working on installing my front zipper. So you're going to take your front large piece and then you're going to take the same lining piece. It's the exact same size. And we're going to sandwich those with the zipper pull facing the outer fabric, lining up all those edges, and we'll just do a seam down those zipper teeth. I like to use a zipper foot, and if you're new to zipper feet, I do have a tutorial or a little walkthrough of how to use one if you already have one. And then you're going to flip that piece right sides out and do a top stitch along that edge. It's important to do top stitches after you install zippers just so that your lining doesn't get caught in the zipper teeth. So now we're going to take the small front piece and then the larger lining piece for that front pocket, and again we'll sandwich that with the zipper pull facing that outer piece, and then we will just sew a seam along this edge. And then we will of course flip it over and then do a nice top stitch. When I'm using the cork, it is a little stiff doing this portion, but it is so easy. The cork is so wonderful to work with. I've worked with regular leathers, but the cork really does just glide through your machine. I don't need a Teflon foot or anything. I love it so much. So this is how the inside of the pocket will appear. And now we can start working on the top zipper. So again, I'm going to take the zipper with the zipper pull down and lay that on top of the outer panel. So that's going to be the outer panel now. And then we'll take one of the large pocket lining pieces. And again, we'll sandwich that and we will do a stitch along that. And then we'll flip it again and we'll do again our top stitch. I like to bump up my sheen to about a 3 stitch length. I think it just makes your top stitching look a little bit prettier. And then we'll take our last outer piece and then that last lining piece. And again, we will sandwich that zipper, making sure that the zipper pull is facing the outer piece. And we'll do another seam. And then again, we will flip it and do that top stitch. And then after that, we are going to work on our little side pieces. So I have some strapping. I have about 1.5 inches for both of my side panels. And I am using a special little strap that I made here that has an inlay, which I will show you in another tutorial. But like I said, I'll show you another strapping later on so you can just replace this. But you're going to take that strapping and you're going to place it inside one of your 1-inch D-rings. And I'm just going to put a clip there and I'll put that to the side until I am ready. So we'll take our little side panels, and like I said before, they have to be mirrored so that they will go together like this with the right sides together. And then we will take that little tab piece with your D-ring in it, place that with the D-ring on the inside, and line up all those raw edges. You're gonna sew all the way around except for that one side that I had the clips on now. I'm gonna take the clips off so you know which one not to sew, but you're gonna sew here, down, along the curved edge, and then this little short piece. So that one part is going to be inside the bag. Now it is a little bulky with the strapping and the leather, but if you have a leather needle, then it is perfectly fine. The needle does go through it like butter. It's so nice. But if you do have a thinner needle or a smaller one, you might have some difficulties. So just be careful. And even if you need to crank the machine by hand, you can do that when you're going over top of that strapping. Now when I do go up to the strapping, it gets a little tight here. So I did use my zipper foot just so that I could get close. And I'm using about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And then it's a little bit of a hill here, but you just need to take your time and just push it through. And then, like I said, if you need to just crank your way up there, once you get on top of the, on top of the strapping, then it's a little better, and you can back stitch a bunch just to make sure that it's nice and secure. But then you'll end up going down the hill, and then we will go the rest of the way. So it's just that one spot that's really tricky. And then after that, we will just trim off some of the excess. So I'm just going to trim off that extra strapping there. I'll snip the corners, and then I will turn this thing inside out, or right sides out. So this is a little bit tough, but I was able to manage, which I'm surprised. And then I'm just going to take a chopstick and then push those corners out as much as I can. And then you're going to do this exact same thing with the second little side panel. But I think it turned out really nice. And I'm surprised because I don't have the best machine, that's for sure. So there's my 2 different side panels. And then I'm just going to do a top stitch. And then that will really make it look amazing. And once you have this piece together, this top stitching isn't too bad. Especially when you go over the strapping. It's just that first installation of strapping is a little bit tough to get through. But it's awesome. I'm super thrilled with the way that it turned out. So yeah, like I said, we did it for both of them. And now we're just going to place it about 1/4 of an inch down from that top panel there. And I'm just going to make sure my D-rings are on the inside. And then I'll just put some clips to line up those raw edges. I'll fold down my front panel, and then I'll fold down the 2 linings for that front pocket. And then I just keep those other 2 linings on the other side. So if you need to square up your bag at this point, you can. If you want to cut off your zippers early, you can, but just make sure you don't cut off your zipper pulls. But I like to just sew all the way around, and as I'm going, I'll push my zippers in, and then after I'll just snip off all of the excess stuff. And then you're going to make sure you leave about a 3 or 4 inch hole in the lining of the large pocket. You're just going to fold your zippers down when you're going over top of it, except for this one. Of course, this one just lays flat. And we'll keep going all the way to the corner. And then doing this stitch will close up the front pocket lining. Yeah, that's it. So here I'm just going to pull my zipper, push it in, and then make sure that your zipper teeth are close together when you go to sew over top of it. I'm just using my stitch ripper to push my zipper pull in. And then I will again push that one in, fold that in half, and then keep going all the way to the corner and then back down a little bit, leaving that 4-inch gap. So this is how it should look. So I'm just gonna snip off those little corners. It's just gonna help make your bag look nice and sharp in the corners. And now we will flip the whole thing right sides out and see if it worked. This is the moment of truth. And then just a pro tip, when you do go to push your zipper pulls in, try to push them a little bit more, just so you don't have such a difficult time trying to open your zipper inside out. Like I did. Okay, so now you're going to birth your bag, and yeah, you're just gonna flip it out. So this takes a couple seconds, but if everything's good, then it will turn out beautiful. The leather is a little stiff, but I find that all the corks kind of have their own properties, so they're not all made the same. So this natural one seems to be a lot more more stiff, I'd say, than the butterfly one. The butterfly one, as you can see, is like more like a particle sort of cork fabric, so it's a little bit more pliable, which was nice. And then you can just look inside your pockets, admire how beautiful your work is, and then of course you're going to sew up that hole that you left in the inside of the large pocket. So now we're going to figure out our strapping, and I just wanted to let you know that if you don't want to make your own strapping, there's a company called Cork Supply that sells cork, leather, and products. They're located in Canada and they ship all over the world, so you can actually get pre-made strapping straight from them and skip the step completely, which is awesome. But I'm going to help you make your own strapping, which is super quick, and all I do is cut a piece that is about 2 inches wide. It depends on how thick you want your fabric, of course, or your strap. And then I just take some glue. I probably would use fabric glue, but I'm just going to basically fold in the sides so that they meet in the middle, and then I'll just do 2 seams on either side, and then that will be your strap. So if you put a little bit of glue down the center, then it'll make sure that those edges don't come up. But because it's cork, it's kind of like leather, so you don't have to worry about raw edges and stuff. So it's not like it's gonna be, you know, fraying or anything like that. And this is how it came out. So cute. I love this strap. So I'm going to be working with 2 of these little clips. I actually got them off of lanyards, and then 1 of the adjustable sliders. So I'm going to show you how to make an adjustable strap. So the first thing you're going to do is place it through one of your clips, fold it down 1/4 inch, and then fold it down about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And then you'll be able to get that into your machine, and you can just put a tacking stitch or a little box with a X in it, or whatever you want to do. And then we'll take our adjustable slider. We'll put the other side of the strap in and out the other side. And then we'll put the end of the strap into our next little clip. If you don't have a swivel clasp like me, then you'll have to make sure that you put it in the same direction. But you're just going to loop it around, put it in the adjustable slider and out the other side, and then you'll fold it 1/4 inch and then fold it again about 1 inch. And then if you give yourself some more slack, then you'll be able to get that into your machine, and you can just tack that also. So then you have a perfect adjustable slider so that you could wear this in any way. If you want to do crossbody, or if you want to do it on your hip, then you're able to, you know, change the sizing of your strap. I love how this turned out. I hope you did too. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and of course share it with all of your friends. That helps support my channel. I like to give you free and quality content, so of course anything you can do to help promote me will only make me make you more free tutorials. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.